Pastor Saeed is back in Iran's Raja Shah prison, one of the most brutal in Iran. Naghmeh Abedini, Pastor Saeed's wife, says this new development is very bad news.
Really, when I heard this news again in midnight, my time was, I felt like it was even worse than the initial call when I received that he was taken 2 years ago.
This was a brutal arrest. It was not just, this is someone in a hospital. If they wanted to just take him back to prison, they could have done so without, he collapsed during this. This was a real beating that occurred in front of lots of people, in front of hospital staff, in front of Saeed's family that's in Iran.
Pastor Saeed had been in the hospital the last few months. His condition was dramatically improving. He was given medicine, nutritional meals, and allowed visits with his family in Iran. Some of those family members were present when Saeed was beaten and taken back to prison. They say a guard mentioned the Iranian nuclear talks as a motive.
We believe that he's been a pawn the entire time, that you can't really separate this issue in the eyes of the Iranian government, that if they've got an American in custody, they're going to use that, including at the nuclear talks. If that's the case, then he's got to be taken off the margins or the sidelines of the talks, and he's got to be a focus.
Pastor Saeed is serving an 8-year sentence on charges related to his faith, and he's not the only one. Persecution against Iranian Christians is increasing. In 2010, security police arrested 35-year-old Iranian Christian Farshid Fatah in a raid against house churches. He's serving a 6-year sentence in Iran's infamous Evin prison, where he's been beaten and abused. Still, there's a light in the darkness. David Yengnazar of Elam Ministries says other Christians see the treatment of prisoners like Saeed and Farshid, but the church still continues to grow.
Courage means that the church continues to grow. So it's really, although it's a story of suffering, there's also a story of growth in the church in Iran.
Charlene Aaron, CBN News.